What is going on, YouTube? My name is Landon Ashpaul. I'm your local San Antonio real estate agent, and today we're doing a little bit of something different. I'm going to take you alongside my open house routine, everything that I do, including the travel, which I'm doing right now, and setting up the open house and just how it goes and see what happens. It's about 15 to 20 minutes away from where I work. Spring Branch is north of San Antonio, north of that 1604 loop that goes all the way around San Antonio. It's on that northern part of that loop, and it's about 20 minutes north of that. This house is really special. It's got 5 acres, which means you can have up to 5 horses allowed on this property. You're more in the hill country, so you're not in the city. You're in Comal County. Great schools as well, Comal Independent School District. So that is an amazing plus. And with those 5 acres, you also get a 4+ oversized car garage. It's really, really versatile, this home and this property. Like I said about that garage/workshop, it also is wired for 220. And then there is also RV hookups as well. I'll put a picture right now of what the aerial footage looks like. They're not survey accurate, but they are pretty close. So I just got some breakfast. Just on the way to the open house, got some kolaches and a fritter, but that's not why we're here. We're here for the house. So with that being said, I think the next shot will just be at the house. All right, so I actually got a little bit distracted. I was talking to the owners and people started showing up to the open house before it was even open. I haven't even put out any signs yet. So we're a little bit backwards in my process. Usually I like to get all this done before anybody shows up, but I had to quickly and frantically get the open house set up really quick. But this is kind of what I do on a normal day for an open house. I'll walk in the door, make sure all the lights are turned on, which thankfully the owners actually already did for me, so there really wasn't much prep to do in this house. Make sure all the lights are on, make sure all the beds are made. If there's any staging, make sure it all looks great. Which it does. The owners did a really great job of preparing this property. But after we make sure all of the lights are on, all the doors are open, and all the doors are unlocked so that the guests can move out freely, I like to set up my sign-in sheet. As you can see here, this is where I have my guests sign in. That way I can contact them if they have any questions, or if they're interested in putting in an offer, whatever that might be. But that is pretty much all I do for the setting up of the open house. All the other stuff I do is I put up the signs and door knock if that's possible. And the reason why I say if that's possible is because a lot of these houses up north, which are on acreage, you can't get to the front of the property to door knock or say hello. So in this case, it's not really an option here. But what you can do here is put out postcards and kind of market it that way ahead of time. That's it for the setup of the home. Let me take you guys around. So walking into the home, you get this little foyer space in between the living and the dining area, as you can see. This is pretty standard, I'd say. You got 12 to 13 foot ceilings here in the living room. Really nice space here. Put a sectional or whatever other types of furniture you want. Kind of leave it up to your imagination here. But you also do get nice views of your front yard. All 5 of those acres you'll be able to see from the house. But as you can see, we got really nice space here. Moving over to this room, which is off to the side of the home, we have the first bedroom. It's set up as like a bedroom/office space here. As you can see, we have some little desk here. Got your closet, double doors that open up, as well as your bed here. Tons of room. Make the space your own. Bedroom, office, whatever you like. I do like the paint in here. It's a dark house, so the outside of the house is black. The inside has this dark black, as well as some charcoal colors throughout the home, as you can see here. And it does really well with this wood, in my opinion. You get that modern farmhouse style feel here. and a spring branch. That's a bathroom. That's a bathroom. Can't speak. Here's our other bedroom here. This is a 3-bedroom home. So this is our second of the 3 bedrooms here. But look at all the space. Tons and tons of space. This one is painted white though, however. So you kind of get a contrast. You do get views of your side yard and the garage, workshop, and the backyard. We'll take a look at that here in a second. This closet, however, is massive. As you can see, tons and tons of room. It goes from corner to corner all the way up, which I love. And then here's the bathroom. It's a single vanity tub shower combo bathroom. Again, with that wood accents, you get that light paint in here, tons of light and more natural light. Really nice vanity here with beautiful hardware. Got your tub shower combo and your toilet. And really nice black hardware here with the wood accents again. You do have closet space. And there is a hose there. I'll get to that here in a second. That is a really nice feature about this house though, is we have a central vacuum here where it makes cleaning up really, really easy. You also have one at the bottom here of this kitchen. Speaking of which, here we are in the kitchen. You get a really nice kitchen island here. I think it's about a 6 foot, maybe 6.5 foot butcher block island here. Really beautiful. As well as your electric cooktop here, 4 burners. And you get your beautiful views of the backyard. I do like the amount of counter space here. You got tons of it. And you do have this opening here, which separates the living and dining from the kitchen just enough, but you feel like it's open to where you have that open layout feel as well, but you're still sectioned off. We have more counter space here, as well as your beautiful sink. I love the hardware throughout this house. It accents very well within each spot. You do also have microwave, an oven stacked right here, cabinet space, more cabinet space, and more cabinet space. Tons of cabinet space. You do have security system, and the owner did tell me that there is a timer on a lot of the lights outside. So automatic lights come on at a certain time, which is really awesome. But over here, we're in the kitchen, and then coming over into this doorway, we have the primary. Really large space here, as you can see. You do have direct access to the backyard from your primary, and you do get beautiful views as well. But here we are. Tons of space, probably about 11-foot ceilings as well, 11, 12, maybe even 13. But this curtain right here is what leads you into my favorite spot of the house, which is this steam shower room. Very beautiful for, you just want to have a nice relaxing shower and get a lot of steam in there. Haven't seen one like this in a home in a while, so that is a big plus. I really like that feature. You have your toilet and your 2 vanities as well. And then moving over, we have a washer dryer with the cabinets in the laundry, or in the closet. So your laundry is in your closet with a she shed right here. That's what the owners like to call it. It's really a perfect place for another office or extra closet space if you need it. You do have access to the attic right there with, again, more and more views of the outdoors. All 5 of those acres, you're going to be looking at it all the time. But that is pretty much it for the interior of the home. It is a 3-bedroom home, 2 bathrooms. So that is pretty much it for the interior of the home. That is all 1,900 square feet that this home has to offer. It really spaces out really, really well. It feels like it's a lot larger than it really is. But other than that, let's go take a look at the backyard. You have this mosquito screen here that lets you keep the door open without letting all the bugs in. Just magnets all the way down. But here we are in the backyard. It's really, really peaceful out here. It's a beautiful day. It was actually kind of a gloomy day yesterday. It's not a good day for an open house. Today is perfect. Nice little breeze, not a cloud in the sky. It's really beautiful. You got tons of space back here. You also have your well house over here. You are on well water, as well as it's electric, so there's no gas on this home. But if there is a freeze, you can hook up a generator to the side of this home and power it completely, which is amazing. You do have this ceiling fan up there, so whenever it gets hot outside in the summer, which you're in Texas, so it does, you can have that ceiling fan going. Out there, you have a bonfire pit, which has some tree limbs in there ready to go. You also have water over there. It's kind of hard to see. Let's go take a look actually. And this is fenced off here, but this isn't the end of the property. The property actually goes further beyond that fence, which I'll show you. I'll throw up the drone and let you guys see that. But you do have water hose right there, as well as the fire pit. And like I said, property goes way further. And you do have a spot for an RV to go as well over there. I think there's hookups for an RV right over there near the well house. So it's really a great spot here in Spring Branch. If you're looking for a home that has 5 acres, maybe you have some livestock as well, and you need a spot for extra garage space, I mean, come on, this is perfect for you. But that's the backyard. Let's go put up an open house sign. Why don't we? Okay, so here's the deal. I wasn't able to put up any open house signs before the open house because we had so much traffic right at the beginning. Right now, I think it's a little bit of a dead time, so I went ahead and put one out in front of the house just for good measure. I'm debating on whether or not to lock up the house real quick and put some on the corner of the streets. There's not really too many intersections to put them at, and we are kind of tucked back away from any major highways. But with that being said, we already had some really good traffic. Had about 4 or 5 groups come in within like the first 15 minutes of the open house being open, which is incredible. But like I said, I think things are going to die down a little bit from here on out. So let's go ahead and take a look at that shop. All right, so here we are in the oversized garage. As you can see, there's tons of room. Really, really beautiful. So you can fit about 4 cars in here. You could probably fit maybe 6 if you squeeze enough, depending on how big those cars are. But you got tons of room. Let's see how wide this garage is. It's saying 23, 24 feet width. Don't think I have a clear shot of getting the length, but let's try it out here. 59. So 23, 24 by 59, 60, somewhere around there. Really, really large garage. And like I said, it does have electricity ran out here, as you can see. So no worries about that. And you do have multiple garage doors to access. Another feature that is amazing about this house is you might have been able to see there's a generator in the corner there. So if you do have your own generator and you do end up purchasing this house, you can actually hook up the generator to the side of this home and power it. So I don't know if you guys have heard in the news about San Antonio having some freezes. It had a really bad one a couple years ago. So in the case where your power goes out, anything like that, you have a perfect spot for a generator to plug right in. All right, so we're in the car right now. I had to hook up the charger to the aircraft controller here, but the drone is up in the air, so let's take a look. So as you guys can see, we have the garage. We're on the back side of the property, by the way. We have the garage on our left, the home in the center, and then over to our right, just over there is the well. But we are in the back. I wanted to just get a good look at the end of the property here. There was actually some deer that I was taking a look at. But you got 5 acres here. So again, with 5 acres, you can get up to 5 horses. Livestock is permitted as well. But it's just a really beautiful space out here in Bulverde, Texas. Very little restrictions as well. You can use the space for whatever you'd really like. You got a little campfire back here, so you can spend your nights out here in the summer. Again, perfect place for the family. Tons of room to do whatever you want. I totally could see myself living here myself. It's absolutely beautiful. That 4-car garage, all of this space, there's really not more that you could ask for. Let's go over to the front of the property real quick. You can really get a good view of how vast and how far you go back in this land, all the way from the street over into the rest of the property. And then the skyline, again, is beautiful here in the hill country of San Antonio, Texas, up north in Spring Branch. So that is all I have for you guys today, though, on this home in particular. I will be posting more media about it here in the future for the interior, exterior, as well as the garage and all the other space that this property has to offer. If you want more information on that, though, make sure to comment below, DM me, or send me an email right here, and I'll be able to get back to you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.